SICO members, the executive team that have worked behind the event, followed by RAS students members, executive team from the student council, the minds that work behind today's session. Lastly, but not the least, I welcome each and everyone here who have assembled here to make this session a real success. About our speaker, Rahul P. Balachandran is the former, like he has worked in many areas like ROS, robotics, AI, data science, etc. Currently, he is holding the position of CEO and founder for Inca Robotics. He was ex-CEO and co-founder for STEM Robotics Academy. He is highly skilled in many areas of data science, management, SLAM, RPI, AI, etc. Also, he has to his credit the first educational robot, Alton. Today's session, we have planned it as an open discussion for our research with our research personnel. So I request each and every participant here to freely interact and make this session a real opportunity that we have got. So now I hand over the session to Rahul P. Balachandran. Sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So, first of all, I would like to thank IEEE RAS Kerala chapter for inviting me to speak here. So, all of you can hear me, right?
Yes, yes.
So, I would like to have a conversation type of thing. But these nowadays we all are fed up with this kind of webinars because we work from home right now. So I don't like to sit in front of the screen and give lectures. I'm not a person who do lectures and all. So it's very awkward. I don't know how to explain that situation.
Friendly talk so that everyone can interact and
Yeah,
right.
yeah, this is what I want. I want feedbacks. I want to hear. I want you people to interrupt me and all these things. And I have uh, a correction that I'm not the CEO right now. I'm not the CEO of Ingot Robotics. We have made few changes. So Mr. Amit Raman is the CEO right now. I'm the managing director, founder, managing director. So we have another entity called Inca Robopar. So I'm the CEO of Inca Robopar basically. Yeah. So. One question to everyone: is there anyone who joined out from outside Kerala? Is there anyone who? Is there anyone? Okay, so I have to keep the discussion in English, right?
Maybe in between. Oh,
Right.
one
Yeah.
more person is there. Akash Das is also.
Right, right. So, yeah, I'm very much comfort. I'm not very much comfortable in English. I can speak, but this kind of conversation, I prefer if it is in Malayalam. But it's okay. I can manage. And one more thing, like Jisha and all introduced me like a specialist or professional in these fields because I'm not that much a professional, right? I know robotics, I know artificial intelligence, I know IoT, I know data science, I know all these things, but I'm not an expert. So don't expect or ask that kind of questions or but I know how we can use these technologies. That's my area, I believe, and I'm an entrepreneur. Basically, I'm an entrepreneur. I like technology and I believe in technology. That's why we started Inca Robotics. And we believe in technology, and what we believe is that these technologies, these futuristic technologies will change the world what we are seeing right now, like how the computers change the world. Now all of us having now I'm interacting through a laptop to you all people, and you people are watching it through a mobile or a laptop. So it is not necessary that you have to be a computer engineer to use this laptop or the softwares or anything. So each and everyone, even a 2-year child is nowadays friendlier, or they can use, they know this, like they do this swiping kind of thing when they are getting a phone. I don't know how they are using this. So this is that's the change we are seeing. So that's what we believe. Like these futuristic technologies like robotics, IoT, AI and ML, AR, VR, blockchain, and data science will change, irrespective to any industry. Like it would be medical field, construction, or hospitality, chef, anything, banking, all the industries will change. There will be a change. The change will be there by these technologies. Do you believe this? And can you give some examples? Oh, this is not good. I need an
Self-driving car.
So all the attendees are muted, right? They cannot talk, I
No,
believe.
if you wish, no, we can unmute everyone. So there is a message in chat box. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so
Automation will make a lot of difference from Prashant.
yeah, have you seen a robot doing surgery? So I hope you people have seen the, yeah, medical care, agriculture. Yes. So Da Vinci, I believe you people have seen the Da Vinci robot, right? Yeah. So Da Vinci is a robot where if a doctor have a this tremor kind of thing, it won't transfer to the patient's body, because that's precise it is. And even from Mumbai, he can do a surgery in US. So and soft robotics and all, nowadays it's growing like anything. So I don't know whether you people are aware about this pipe. They have to put a pipe through your, but for a doctor it's a joystick. He just want to move it like this, and it's very simple. So, and in construction now we are seeing 3D printing robots, 3D printed concrete 3D printers are coming. In IIT Madras, they have released a video last week, I guess. So, and in Dubai, when I visited Dubai Future, there is a startup ecosystem like what we have in our Kerala Startup Mission. They have built a building with the 3D printer. So now it's going to be common. So like we are building 3D structures in our makerspace and all. It's going to be very common. In a day or in a week, we can build a complete home using this kind of technology. Not only the 3D printers, many things are coming. So and Molly kitchens. I don't know whether you have seen Molly's kitchen. Molly's kitchen is a kitchen with robots. Two robotic arms will be there. Robotic arms will be taking eggs, other things, and he will be cooking and will give it to you. So these are the things going to come in any industry, sports industry or media industry, any industry. These technologies will change the scenarios what we are having right now. Anyone have any doubt on this? I don't have any doubt. That's why we are working on robotics and these technologies. So we believed all these things. We have a team of we had a team of 50 plus engineers before Corona, but we have to cut down the members. Now we are at 30 plus members. Incur is a 3-year-old company, we can say that. Not 3 year, 2.5 year old company. So have you heard about Incur Robotics? Anyone? Oh, thank you. Okay, so Incur is a startup. I will give you a brief idea about Incur Robotics and how the tug robot from Paul. I haven't seen the tug robot, Paul. What is that? Any clue? Paul?
Paul, you can unmute and speak.
Yes, hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, Paul.
So, in my opinion, I saw it as a type of robot that, for carrying of medical supplies and all that. The robot has a specific sensors that detect human through the halls of the hospital and has access to the elevators and lifts so that it could go from one floor to another floor.
Right.
That's
I haven't seen
it's
that, but yeah.
a pretty like I felt like it's gonna be really useful in the future. I mean, for easy like faster carrying of medicine and all the supplies,
Right.
easy transportation.
Yeah, see, it's good to see all these kind of robots. So, how these robots commute between people? Have you ever thought, or you people know that, right? So you people know about SLAM technologies and all, right? So it's very pretty easy to make these kind of robots. So right now we have a robot, Bella Bot. It's from China basically, but it can walk through, it can commute through people like a 5 or 3 centimeter gap. We need only that much gap, and he can call a lift elevator, and he can go to any place. It's SLAM based robot. So these kind of technologies are going to we are going to see it everywhere. So the opportunities for you people to involve with this kind of technologies, it's very high, I would say. So if you would like to start a company by your own, or if you people are really interested in this, you people can really work on these kind of things after having a couple after finishing your course and getting few idea how these things are working. And also because we are looking for engineers, those who are very smart in this field. Right now we have people from IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, and from IIMs also we have people working in the company, but we are not getting the right people. That's what in Kerala, that's the issue. So you people have a tremendous opportunity if you people want to have a career in this field. This is what I believe. The moment when you decided to start a company, right, Jisha? Yeah. So I started robotics. Actually, I did my engineering diploma in electronics. So after 10th, I did my pre-degree. I was very much interested in cricket. So I got first group admission in a college, but I wanted to play cricket for district Kerala team, and my dream was to play for Indian team and all. So then that's why I moved to Kerala Varma, Sri Kerala Varma College, Thrissur, and I played for Kerala Varma A team, B team, then district team and all, but didn't click. I then after pre-degree I went back because I wanted to be an engineer, but in Kerala I got the fourth group, so I have to quit it, and then I go back to this diploma thing. Then after 3 year, I had to take care of my family. We had some family business, so my father was not very well, so I had to take care of that. So I did only my engineering diploma. I did engineering in electronics, and I did this from Chelagara Polytechnic. So that's my background, engineering diploma. Then after 1 year, I started a restaurant in Thrissur. That I was 24 years old, but that didn't click. I spent around 12, 15 lakhs. I invested and I started. Then after 5 years, I lost everything, and I had some debt of 50 lakh rupees. Then that was a journey. Like I was married to one children. Then it was a very hard time. Like in Kerala, we get only one chance. In the first chance, if you are not vending, if you are not proving, there is no second chance. That's how we behave to people. Like, okay, this is not your cup of tea. You have to work. You have to look something else. So everyone comes and everyone will advise you. It's very simple. It's very easy to advise people. Like yeah, that's the first business experience for me. That was really horrible situation. I was not able to look like this. Always my head was like this only. Not only mine, my family, everyone. But my family supported very well. Then I lost a big amount of money. Then yeah, then I got another chance. I did Kerala Social Security Mission. My wife is an audiologist, so she was working with these people, Kerala Social Security Mission. Then one day I went to drop her in one camp. Then I saw some opportunities and discussed with them. Then I placed as a district coordinator. From there, I proved myself. I work very well and I plan things. And I became the district coordinator for Malappuram district. And it was conducting camps for it was giving medical certificate to disabled people. So 2 years I worked there. That gave me my confidence back. Then I was working in Trivandrum. I resigned that job. That time my family believed, my mom and all believed that he's going to be stick in a government kind of job. It was not permanent, and it was not meant for a diploma holder. All the other people who were working with me are MSW and all. So there were issues. But I worked very well. I believe I worked very well. That's why they posted me there. But I resigned and I started my second company called Artemis. So what we did, we washed cars, houses, and all. Not in a workshop or anything. So it was wheels on wash on wheels. Sorry, wash on wheels. We went to people's house with all the facility, and it's a mobile car wash kind of thing. But I was not in a position to do that kind of business. My understanding or my ability wasn't that great to handle a business like that. But I raised some amount of funds, and all the newspaper covered. I got some very big popularity, media support and all, but I couldn't manage it very well. So then I decided that that was a flop, but I didn't lost any money. I got some money also when I handed that business to another people. So that time I really wanted to learn how to start a company. Like the moment when you decide to start a company, that's really so after these failures, I really wanted to learn how to start a company and how to run a company. What is a startup? What is investment? So I was running this mobile car wash thing. Then one person came to me and asked me, I'll be your investor. I'll give you some money. So I'm your angel investor. Then I thought, what is this angel investor? I don't know. Then I asked that, will you give me money? Yes. He said, yes, I will give you money. Okay. For me, that was enough. Angel or VC, I don't care. I was not aware, basically. Then he asked me, how much sweat equity you want? Then again, I thought, what is security and this? So I asked him, see, I don't know these things. You handle these things. I will do. I will structure these things, and I will work for you. That was my word to him. So that time I was not ready. I see when you are going to start a company, or you startup or anything, you have to understand the structure. Uh, the formalities, how you are going to do this, and where you are going to do this, what is your startup, the investment, team, legality. So many aspects and many things are there that it's not very complicated. It's very simple. You just need to talk to people. You have to attend these sessions. Now it's very simple. Yeah, in your colleges and all, you have this IEDC and all this kind of thing. So it's very simple. But that day when I started, I wasn't aware about these things. Then I started attending these sessions in Cochin, Bangalore, Mumbai. I travel a lot, and I met people. I was very shy. I still remember I was attending a sessions in Info Park. Anybody start Saturday startup activities and anything? Have you heard about Head Start startup and all? No answer. No. Head Start is a really interesting community. Basically, you can Google it. Now they are not active in, but worldwide it's very active. So I was attending a session in Cochin. So I was sitting very. Nobody was there. So Sijo Kurivala, he was the speaker. So can you name that again? Head Start. Head Start. It's Head Start, right? So have you heard Sijo Kurivala? Anyone heard Sijo? Was a session by CEO of the culture of this. He was a star when I was visiting, when I was attending these sessions. Sijo was a star that time. Then I was sitting the last row. There were seats between, but I was not able to sit there because I was very shy. I was coming from a village, and I was thinking that how these people will think about me. Yeah, I had that kind of complex mentality. Sure. Right. Still, I have that. That's with me. But yeah, then one day, I still remember me too. He one day he called, guy, if we open the door, I think you will get out and you will be watching that from the from outside. Then slowly I mingle with people. I learned. I read a lot. A lot. Startup books and founders. I met many founders and I discussed all these things and I started learning. Still, I'm learning. I'm not saying that I know everything. I don't know anything, but I know a bit, only a little. That's what I understand when we read or when we see, when we travel. So we have to learn a lot. If you people give me 1 second. Yeah, that was my son. Sorry. Yeah, so that's how I started. Then I met a few people, those who are interested in robotics and all. So before starting robotics, I wanted to learn these things before, like if I'm starting something which is not in my control, that I think I need, I think we need to have a good grip on what we want to do. So I started learning these things like what is robotics, what is AI, what is artificial intelligence, learning the possibilities in India and all. Then I started it with my friend, Mr. Jairam. That time, I was going through very rough situations. Like my family, my mom was very angry with me. Like I I was my pocket was empty. I was asking money for my brothers were helping me. My wife was helping me. So she was working as an audiologist. Then my brothers, they really helped me. Then my mother she didn't like this, the way I was living, and she wanted me to go to Dubai and all. Then she pushed me to Dubai. I had to go. Then I visited Dubai. So when I landed Dubai, I realized that if I'm doing business, boss, you have to do it in Dubai because the opportunities, it's a land of opportunity, if I say. And if you are able to make 100 rupees here in Kerala, you can make 10,000 rupees in Dubai easily. It is easily. The possibilities are tremendous. Then this Jairam, he's my friend. He was my neighbor. Then I met him. So he was working with Adidas. Basically, he was getting a good salary and all. Then I told him that, Jairam, are you going to work forever, or do you want to start something your own? I don't want to work here. I want to start something my own. And I told him that that's my passion. That's how we need to live. Then, yeah, it was sad that he was working there very aram se, and he was earning. Then I pushed him. Then he came to Kerala with me, and we started STEM robotics. So that was Kerala's first robotic academy, I believe, and we claim. Right. So, but it didn't work out very well. I was thinking something very big. My vision was to start a company like what I have right now, Incur. I'm not saying that Incur is a very big company and self-sufficient, and it's nothing. It's just a very small company, but we have something. We have a big lab. We got award for the best robo lab in India. Then. We have people working from IITs. We have people working from Harvard University and all. So I think I have done something. And for the last 3 years, we are 50 plus people are working, and we are giving back to society as well. So and we are planning something very big in Kerala, Robo Park in Cochin. So and yeah, then many things to come. Like we are planning Graham 4.0 in Kerala. Uh, so I think we have done something, but we have to go. We have to go a long way. Yeah, that's the short story about me. About Anchor, it was a very small team when I started, only two people. Then it became three, then five. That time we didn't had an office. I brought a robot from Dubai. I went to Dubai and I brought that sandboard. You people might have seen that in all the videos. So that was the start actually. So after the experience with the Jairam, we that didn't work out. So I thought it's something different we need to work out. And that time I invested in one robot and I shipped. I didn't ship it. So when I asked the people to ship it, it was not possible. Then I took it with me in a plane. Then I put it in the luggage. Then I don't know how I brought it. It was a uh, gift or something like that from God. Never, I never did that again. Like they didn't allow these kind of things in plane from Dubai. So, but it was a gift kind of thing happened with me. Then that was the start. We started with that robot. Then yeah, then we form a very small team of R&D. Then slowly we picked up. We got orders from many other companies. Yeah, I got anybody want to ask anything? Okay, it was a noise. Yeah, so that's how we reach here. Now it's a real, it's not a real, it's not a good situation for us as a startup because the monthly payout is very high and the revenues are very low. We have very big projects coming and we have to spend a lot. The investments are not in not properly coming because of the pandemic. You people can understand the situation, but we have to handle it. Yeah, we are handling it. Our team is completely supporting us. Right. So these are the story about me. So rather than speaking about the technology, one more thing I want to add here. When I just want, I will ask questions like, do you want to hear from me? Do you want to ask questions for like as an entrepreneur or as a robotic company? So what type of questions do you have? No questions. That's not, yeah. From Siddharth Verma, robotics domain your company works in. That question is not clear for me. What should we watch for in the future if we are starting a company of our own? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So whenever you are going to start a company, which domain, you have to have a grip on that domain and deep knowledge. Try to understand the situation of the other companies, other startups or other running companies. Try to understand from the founders, from the workers. Try to meet people, read about it, and form a good team. So you have to, whenever you are going to start your own, you have to understand the abilities, the positive side of yours, the negative side of yours, so your strength and weakness, and don't focus on your weakness, focus on your strength, and find a coach, find a mentor, read a lot, travel a lot. That's it, nothing else. Team is very important. It's very important, your team, because your weakness is not going to help you, and you cannot improve the weakness. Like, the if you have a weakness, you cannot make up that. You don't even try for that. Don't waste your time on that. Try to improve your strength. So then find people, those who can complement your weakness, your that side. Like, I'm not a doer, basically. I'm a dreamer. I'm a I don't know how to explain that, but I have Amit with me, so he's a real doer. He don't believe in these kind of dreams and all. So whenever I explain things in leadership team meetings or board meeting, he will take a pen and paper and he will draw the plan and how this will work. Then we have to think about it. So I always like to dream big things. He's the person who will act, or who will make sure that it's happening. And the so it's not easy to do a very small task. We have to set SOPs. We have to revisit it, check the quality. It's a so if you want to start something, I will advise start with a startup, so you can understand the situation and how they are handling everything. Don't join an MNC, because you won't get the complete picture. You will get only a certain area where they are putting you, so that won't help you. Yeah, then revenue is the major issue. How to move forward with that? Yeah, revenue is the major issue, man. You said it, Tushant. So two things are there. So when you start a company, so a company like us, we believe in growth. So for us, uh, I believe we are not going to be a successful or break-even company at another 3 years. We will not be break-evening. We have to survive from funds, but the growth, the share growth is there. So the two aspects are there. One is you can do the conventional type and you can get some money. By that get money, you can that you can share with your people and invest little in and grow. So I don't believe in that manner. We believe we put more investments and we want to grow more and more. That's the area we are focusing. And for getting revenue, we had an issue initially. We didn't had a good sales and marketing team. Now we build. When Vimal came, Vimal, he's from IIM Calicut, and he was working with an MNC in US and all. So when he came, he realized that we are lacking a proper sales and marketing team. The process, when he set it up, now it's changed. So that's what. So when you are doing a business, you are into that. You will not be able to find out the difficulties or the bad things in this. So you have to come out of this thing, and you have to look which is not possible always. So you have to find a mentor or a coach. It is very essential, I would say. So that's I have a coach, I have a mentor. That's how I'm working. So if you people want to get an advice, like it's easy to advise a startup. Like I can do that because I have all this experience, so I can do it very easily. But when I am doing that, it's not that easy. So if you people need any help from this kind of mentoring coaching, I can help you without any amount. I can help you people. Yeah, then what are the basic skills or knowledge that a person need to enter a profession in robotics? So I don't believe in a degree of in robotics. You don't have to have a degree in or masters in robotic engineering. You have to understand how these technologies can be used for a solution. Like someone was saying that there are robots who can carry medicines in hospitals, or a drone who can spray pesticides in agriculture area field. So that kind of thing, that kind of imagination you need, and then you have to access this ecosystem. So that's what I believe, right? Where to start to come to this where to start to come to this field? Okay, that question. Akash Nair, where to start? So you need to understand, like read a lot, then find a problem where you can bring a solution, and find a team. Then don't worry about the investment, it will come. There are many people interested in investing startups, especially in robotic startups. So it's not an difficult thing, but you have to understand how to bring investment, how to get investment, how to handle them, how to attract them. These are very important. So I learned a very little about this, so I can share. If you people want to know more about it, you can ping me, I can share the concepts, I can help you. Yeah, sir, I want to know more about the ecosystem and technologies you use and the service your company provides. So yeah, that's another more example I can give you. So when we started with this training thing. We trained school students, we trained college students, we trained professionals. So in Dubai and all, we have banks as our customers, IT people as our customers. But at the same time, we had another vertical called product and solutions, where we developed one humanoid robot for education. Then we developed an AGV for industrial purpose. Then we had drones for spraying. So we were into many things, like we focused here there, and so it was not working very well. We right now we have many things, but the revenue, as you people mentioned, the revenue, we didn't make big revenues at that time. So now we are strictly focusing on very small segments, like education is one segment. We are focusing, and this robo park, another thing we are focusing. So this we have a Phygital. Have you heard about Phygital? it's a combination of physical and digital. So we are coming up with a platform and a journey kind of thing where people can understand or enter into the field of robotics. Yeah, then so many questions are coming. Yeah, the ecosystem and all, it's very big. Right now in Kerala, I think we are lacking an ecosystem for technology, but an ecosystem for these robotics, the startups are pretty good. So this RoboPower concept is we are trying to make an ecosystem for these technologies. What all monetary precautions should be taken to start a robotic startup? So monetary question from Mohammed Nabashir. Yeah, Mohammed, monetary precautions. So whenever you're starting your own, you have to understand that revenues are not going to come as we are expecting. Okay, so your salary, your employee salary, rent, electricity, so all these things you have to consider, and at least for 18 months, if you could secure that, that is well and good. And make a real good financial plan, like not with the help of a CA or professional. That will really help you. Like I can give you examples, or I can give you advice on that if you ping me. I don't have any problem. I'd love to do that, right? So it's very important. Like why I'm telling that, if you don't have sufficient money in the second or third month, you have to look for the money. Then who will take care of your business? So that's a real disappointing situation. I have faced that. That's why I'm telling you have to really secure that investments. Then a question from James Joseph. Sir, as a startup field in India like robotics or mechatronics, there is a lot pressure in this field. How can we make it successful, and how the method you can solve the problem? So success is something different, I believe, for everyone. Success. What is success for you people? Is it making money, or is it um uh, growing or serving or giving back to society? So many things are there. Like so, once when I met a person from MSME, he told that Rahul, you are talking your worries to me, but I am seeing you as a successful person because you are giving salaries to 50 employees for last 2 years. So you're a successful man, and you're giving back to society, and you are doing that, and you are researching. But for me, I am not satisfied. I'm not making that enough money, and I would like, I want to change the ecosystem in Kerala and all these things. So it's different for each and every person. That's what I believe. So yeah, the pressure is there. So everywhere we have pressure in everywhere, so you have to handle it. And one important thing I have to say is about the work and balance about your work and life. It's very important. So I told you, I we have Vimal with us. So he's a great example. When he came, I used to work from morning to night, and continuously I used to work. But when he came, he will work only not like me, very short time, like from 10 to 5, then 5 6, then he will take a break, then he will go to tennis or shuttle or anything. So he has a balance. So we have to find that balance, or else we are not going very far. We have to stop somewhere. So it's very important. Yeah, then Mridul, how to validate our idea for starting up? That's very important. So for each and every person, our idea will be the next $1 million idea. Like we cannot find fault or the bad things in the idea. So you have to connect with people, those who are experienced in that field or who can comment on that. So that's where the mentors or experts comes in, and you can discuss with them, meet as much as possible and discuss these things with you with others. So so initially what happens, whenever you are having an idea, you thought that if I am telling this thing, whether he will steal this idea. So some people have this worry, or they will thought what he will be thinking if I am telling this, will he tease me, or this kind of thing. So don't bother about anything. You just meet people and discuss things with them and get a clarity. And when once you are getting more clarity, the chance for success is very high. That's what I believe, right? Yeah, both technical feasibility and market success. Technical, yeah, market success, you have to conduct market surveys, you have to meet people. So for that, what right now what we are doing, I will tell you, we have interns from IIM Trichy, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Cochin and all. So they so we don't want to pay very high salary. So from IIM we get two kind of people, one for the internship and another for their projects. So for the projects they will do it for a free of cost, but for the internship we have to pay them. But if we are getting people from IM and all, we will get good people with experience, with the 2 or 3 years experience. After engineering they will be working, and after that they will be doing this MBA. If we get this kind of people, it's very simple to validate these kind of things. Like they have the template, they know how to do these things. So we need to give 2 weeks training on our product or ideas, then they will do the rest. That's how I'm managing. Not I'm managing right now. Vimali is handling these things. Yeah. Then a question from Parameswaran. Does your company provide any internship for engineering students? Yeah, actually, we provide internships for engineering students. You can contact me personally. I will lead you. Yeah, many. If you people are really interested in this field, we can really discuss. We can do many activities. Rahul, you were having a STEM education center before Inca, right? So what's the level of acceptance Skylight are having towards STEM? So towards STEM, it's now it's changing. So the way we delivered in STEM wasn't right, I believe. And see, right now, if you are coming to Inca Robotics, you can see many robots. You can see humanoid robot. You can see robotic arms. You can see a real drone who can carry 30-50 kgs of weight, and serving robots. Many robots you can see. So if we are providing something like that, if we are providing a lab like that, people will like to come and make things. So it's a maker space where you can come and make your own robot. Where we are building a Boston Dynamics Sport Mini kind of robot in us with motors all from UK and all. So it's different from STEM and Ingar. There are very huge differences out there. Yeah. Please tell about opportunities in your company and what skills you look for recruiting engineers, interns. So I need people, those who really love in these technologies with skill set like ROS, robotic operating system, Python, then the hardcore embedded people, and those who have the passion. Like if you have an idea, like I can really work on that, or those who have the need or the passion to really enter into the field, we can do that. I don't want people those who are really well in this industry. I don't mind. I need people those who have the mindset. Actually, that's what we are really lacking, right? Yeah, now the questions are over. I think I have taken more time than allotted. Yeah, Jisha ma'am.
It's fine, it's fine.
I just need a feedback. I know I'm not a good speaker. I don't like to give these kind of sessions because I'm not very polished, or I cannot tell. I know people. I have seen people those who are doing this kind of activities very well, and I really enjoyed watching people. But I don't like people like me doing this. But unfortunately, I had to do anyway. I just need a feedback. How was it, and how can I improve?
No, see, this is what we actually wanted to, like an open-hearted discussion, wherein, see, it's basically an experience sharing session by people who started companies in the field of robotics and automation. So,
Yeah,
in this,
I expect an answer like this from a person who is hosting. You won't say that no, it wasn't. It was very boring. So
maybe you wish to hear from others. Okay, then let
yeah,
others talk. Yeah.
I see. If you really, when I did a session in Christ College, people said me that no, this is wasn't we were expecting. Then yeah, so I need that kind of feedback. I
That would
don't know.
have been the case. No, there won't be these many questions. See, generally, right, in online sessions, people are all 100% of the time they are in mute condition. Okay, so these many questions came. That itself means that, see, see, that's what they are expected. They have expected.
Siddharth, I don't want to hear it was boring. I read real answers like how can I improve it? That's it. I don't want to hear it was boring, right? Right. Yeah, there is another question. There are many answers are coming. If we have an idea, so it's from Mridul again. If we have an idea, can we work with your company in prototyping or production? Definitely, Mridul. You can come to my place. You can use our entire ecosystem, entire lab. You can create it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we can help you. Our engineers will help you in terms of if you have any requirement or any these things. Yeah. Then how can we contact you for internship? Okay, for internship you can okay, I will give my number so you can text me. Don't worry. So here is my number. Yeah, so you can WhatsApp me if you need any help in the field of robotics or in the in the startup activities. I'm not saying that I can help you in like anything. If I am able to help you, I will do that. Right? Don't worry about asking. I'm always available. But if I'm in a meeting or anything, I will not be taking calls. So you can text me. WhatsApp is my convenient mode of communication is WhatsApp, right? So yeah, everyone is saying it's wonderful. What was it? Little. Okay, so no suggestions are there. If you, yeah, my number is there. If you have any suggestions on how to improve the sessions, please give me feedbacks. Right. So over to you, Jisha.
Yes, I think you were having some great videos too to share, Lynn. If you wish to share that too.
Actually, see, nowadays these kind of things everyone is watching in the YouTube and all. So
No, maybe
I
that is the activities of your company, right? So with that, no, after that
it's
we'll
out
continue.
there. So if you people want to see these kind of things, you are most welcome to our company. You can see all these robots. So whenever you are going through Thrissur or nearby, you can come. Or in the YouTube also we have a channel, Inca Robotics. Please watch. I don't want to waste your time by showing this.
No, the participants will be happy to see that. That's why I was saying.
Right. So can we? Yeah, it's 5:57, right? So, sir, can we have a glimpse of your lab? Oh, okay. I can show you. If you want to see, I can show you. 1 second. All 10 video. So I don't know whether you have seen it or not. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, now I will show you something else. Can you
So
see
there's a
this?
question, and there's a question, was the robot shown omnidirectional one?
Yeah, that wheel, that's an omnidirectional wheel. Yeah, right. That's an omnidirectional wheel. Now I'm going to show, we have a online robotic expo. So first time in India, we have introduced this thing. Yeah, I will show. Can you see that?
Yes, yes.
I am Anchor Sandbot. Welcome to Hello Robots. This is a sneak peek of robots like me. And robotics. And futuristic technologies. Where I stand now is India's best robotic lab setup. Experience the tomorrow at Anchor Robotics.
Yeah, these are some videos. Now I will show you one more video, then we can stop. I hope you can see be future ready, right? This is
Yes,
our
yes.
this is our tagline, be future ready. This is our Dubai robot basically. This is the drone we used to spray in agriculture. This is a show we attended in Dubai. This is Jess. We attended in Dubai. The right you're seeing the R&D, left, yeah, this is academics. This is a cool product from our. This one is a robotic arm. Is making omelets. 3D printing. This is our Dubai activities. This is also in Dubai. Yes. So how was it?
Great. And there is a question, can you please say where the lab is?
It's in Thrissur. It's in Thrissur. It's in Thrissur, you know, round. So whenever you are coming to Thrissur, for us, it's all the round. So it's in the Sharnoor Road. You just give me a call or give me a message when you are coming. I will guide you people. Don't worry about it, right? Where this omnidirectional wheel? That's I have to ask our procurement team from where they have purchased. I'm not sure about it. So I visited China 2019. So from there we have some real good connections with manufacturers and distributors in China. Then we have some people in Taiwan. Then some like for precision and all, we take components from Japan also. Yeah. We love those robots. Awesome. You can call me Rahul. I prefer people call me Rahul or Rahul Chata or anything like that. This SAR culture, I really want to change this SAR culture. In our company also, we nowadays we don't allow people to call this. It's we don't want to use it, right? You can call me Rahul, first name, or Rahul Chata if you people are comfortable with it. Don't worry about this. Yes, you people can come and work with these robots. Don't worry. Anytime you people can come only after Corona time. Once we are open, you people can come. Actually, would love to do sessions with my robots. Like you people can really see live, but situation didn't allow these kind of things, right? Right. It was out of respect. Come on. See, when you're calling me sir, I really feel a gap between us. So when you're calling me Cheta, it's very like we can connect easily, no? So sir is a you can respect me by calling Cheta or Rahul even. It's not about sir or anything. It's in our behavior, our yeah, I know. I don't know, right? So any other questions? I hope you people are enjoy the session, and I'm always available. If you need anything, you can connect me, right? Yes, Dishaji, over to you.
Yes,
Anything?
yes. We'll have photos. Shruti?
Yes, ma'am. That was indeed a noteworthy session from Rahul, sir. It was very informative, and I hope that every one of us had a great experience. Thank you, sir. Now let me invite Mr. Jose Ben of our technical team to propose the vote of thanks. Jose, please.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor to have been asked to offer a vote of thanks for this event. On behalf of this entire team, I would like to thank everyone virtually present here. Let me thank Mr. Rahul P. Balachandran, our keynote speaker, for spending his precious time giving us a valuable session in such simple words, along with sharing your life journey and those tips and suggestions for starting an own company. Indeed, an inspiration for us, sir. You made the participants active by your friendly approach, moving from personal experience then gradually to professional mentoring. And special thanks for motivating us with that mini tour of your lab. It was being like into a Boston Dynamics lab. It was great, sir. So, as a token of our gratitude, we would like to present you with a virtual memento.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my wholehearted thanks to all professional Execo members for making this event happen. I also thank each one of you who has made this inaugurative session of Robot Tea Tales a grand success by offering your active participation. And last but not least, thanks to all the student volunteers who have played in the background towards the successful completion of this event. Thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. So I'm leaving. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.